Hello guys, welcome back to another episode of Dragon Age Origins. In the last part we finished up just in the middle of a conversation with Liliana, so let's continue this conversation about that maker or whatever she calls him. So, I prefer your ideas over the Chantry's because you're so awesome.
Maybe I am wrong. But it is the Maker's place to decide if I am worthy, not men, not the Chantry. But there is work to be done, and I have talked enough for now.
Oh, Liliana approves too, that's good, that's good. And I will make a quick save before I talk to Alistair because I don't want to say anything wrong to him.
What do you need?
I'd like to ask you something.
Ask away.
What can a Templar do exactly?
Essentially, they're trained to fight. The Chantry would tell you that the Templars exist simply to defend. But don't let them fool you. They're an army. The other main purpose for a Templar is, of course, to hunt mages. To that end, we train in talents that drain mana and disrupt spells.
So, Templars use magic themselves?
You could call it that, sure. The Chantry doesn't look on it the same way, however, since really our talents only work on mages. Against a regular person, I'm just a guy in a metal suit.
So, seems like the Templars could run the Chantry.
You'd think that, but it's not so. The Chantry keeps a close rein on its Templars. We are given lyrium to help develop our magical talents, you see. Which means we become addicted. And since the Chantry controls the lyrium trade with the dwarves, well, I'm sure you can put two and two together.
That's horrible. I can't believe they do that.
They do it, and they feel perfectly justified. You don't need lyrium in order to learn the Templar talents. Lyrium just makes Templars' talents more effective, or so I was told. Maybe it doesn't even do that. The Chantry usually doesn't let their Templars get away either, so they can spread their secrets. I'm a bit of an exception. Lucky me.
Alistair's approve one. That's good, I guess. Let's have a talk to Morgan before we continue with this story, I guess. Quick save. And speak.
What do you wish of me?
I'd like to ask you something.
If you must.
So, did you grow up in the Kokori
Why do you ask me
Wilds?
such questions? I do not probe you for pointless information, do I?
You can probe me anything.
Beg pardon then while I jump for joy. What is it you asked if I grew up in the wilds? A curious question. Where else would you picture me? For many years it was simply Flemeth and I. The wilds and its creatures were more real to me than Flemeth's tales of the world of man. In time I grew curious. I left the wilds to explore what lay beyond, never for long. Brief forays into a civilized wilderness.
Okay, so, and you remained unnoticed, I
For the
guess.
most part, Flemeth taught me well. For all that I had been taught, however, the truth of the civilized lands proved to be overwhelming. I was unfamiliar with so much. So confident and bold was I, yet there was much that Flemeth could never have prepared me for.
Very daring. That sounds like you.
Equal parts daring and foolhardy, perhaps. Only once was I accused of being a witch of the wilds, and that by a chastened who happened to be traveling with a merchant caravan. He pointed and gasped and began shouting in his strange language, and most assumed he was casting some curse upon me. I acted the terrified girl, and naturally, he was arrested.
That was quick thinking.
Men are always willing to believe two things about a woman. One, that she is weak, and two, that she finds him attractive. I played the weakling and battered my eyelashes at the captain of the guard. Child's play. The point being that I was able to move through human lands fairly easily. Whatever humans think a witch of the wild looks like, 'tis not I. Not that I did not have trouble. There are things about human society which have always puzzled me, such as the touching. Why all the touching for a simple greeting?
Well, touching like a handshake.
To begin with, yes. What is the point of touching my hand? I find it an offensive intrusion. There were many nuances that Flemeth could never tell me of. When to look into another's eyes. How to eat at a table. How to bargain without offending. None of these things I knew. I still do not understand it all, truth be told, but then I gave up long ago any hope of doing so. When I returned to the wilds last, I swore to Flemeth that I had no intention of leaving again.
Well, I'm glad it worked out this way
Yes.
at least.
Let's ignore the entire Darkspawn threat and the presence of a simpleton as your only other Grey Warden ally, then. Not that I lack appreciation for the intent of your comment. Thank you. Well, let's get on with it before the ground opens up and swallows us, yes?
Okay, Morgan approves 8. That's awesome because, well, I suggest if you play this game that you should try to get everyone's approval rating as high as possible, because it gives you benefits not only socially with your fellow companions here, but also in battle. I think you get extra commands or something. Let's sell something to this dwarf and
Your friends are formidable folk, indeed. It's good to have you along on the road.
Yes. Let me see.
I'm
where's
sure you'll
Buddha?
be pleased with the goods my
Buddha.
boy and I have collected,
Buddha.
and with your discount.
With my discount, did you hear that, guys? A discount as well. Yeah, let's buy some health potion because we don't have a healer yet. And yeah, let's be happy about that. And a lesser injury kit would be nice as well. Okay, I think it's much we can sell as well. I don't think I will make a trap ever. This makes the user more aware of surrounding actions. No, please. Spirit shard, well, what's that for? I don't use these minerals that often in game, so spirit resistance, I don't want spirit resistance. And the lightning. I don't think I'm gonna use a balanced great sword or the great sword. Grey Warden sword, no. I think I'm gonna sell some of this shit. Okay, guys. Well, I guess I'm gonna call it a episode here. I think these 2 episodes I recorded now was rather short. So, well, still, thanks for watching. Next episode we are gonna go to the next place and gather some allies. So, yeah, thanks for watching. See you guys next time.